Hello from Leno TV. This is King Cool. This is going to be a quick one. Apparently in Iowa, Utah, and Missouri, you know, bellwethers of sound thinking that they are, they have enacted laws in the books that restrict where you can film in a livestock farm. Presumably to stop people like the PETA from filming there secretively and exposing whatever happens in there as animal cruelty. Now, maybe it's just me. First off, I'm like, well, they think everything that happens in there is animal cruelty, but that's just their opinion. And second, this sort of reminds me of the Cop Blockers, which is an organization that films police officers. I'm really starting to hate Lost Souls. This is like my 15th time to do this. Lost Souls have caused me more damage than anything else in this level. Oh, it's just driving me nuts. Excuse me. The Cop Blockers film police, peacefully, and I think for the most part politely. Never hurts to, be nice, and only makes you look bad if you're not. To film police officers as they do their job, as they perform arrests or whatever. Now, and when someone says, "Oh, hey, stop that," or that, they've had laws that try to go on the books that say you can't film the police in the pursuit of their duty. And I don't know if any of those are actually on the books at this point, but if they are, those basically can fly right up my ass. Because, like, if you don't have the right to film the police in pursuit of their job, how would you know if they were doing something right or wrong? To be able to do that is a fundamental part of the First Amendment, that we would have the freedom to do this. But I also understand why someone, no one ever tries to kick down a fundamental freedom without thinking that it is sincerely the right thing to do. There's really no villains. I mean, I guess the only people who would do that are literal honest-to-God conquerors who just are afraid to give up their own power. But, and here's the thing, I understand their objections because they want to stop people from being deceived. Do you guys remember James O'Keefe, the guy with the acorn scandal? Yeah, apparently his videos were pretty monstrously edited to make what they said seem a lot worse. Now, frankly, in this day and age, when we can't even trust, our news organizations to not cut out an important bit of context, as they did with the Trayvon Martin George Zimmerman thing, where it's like, what does he look like? And it's like, oh, he looks black, and they cut out part of that. And it's like, no, that, I think, it takes a complete change of the context. You can change the context of something very, very quickly by just deleting a little bit of information. Like, okay, here's a story. This might make the Doom rant a little longer, but, so, okay, if I tell you this story, it's like, okay, a kid nearly beat another kid to death. And it's like, wow, okay, so now you're thinking, wow, what the hell is his problem? Now, let me finish the headline. One kid nearly beat another kid to death because that kid made fun of his brother's suicide. Now, that certainly colors it in a different light, now doesn't it? Or how about this? Like, I remember, John Paulo, who used to do the microwave show, they had some contests where, like, okay, if we get enough clicks on this thing, we can get prizes, like an iPad. And I was like, oh, this is sort of using this audience just to get free stuff. And they said, and then whatever we get from this contest, which sadly never materialized, apparently, whatever we get from this contest, we'll destroy on the microwave show. And I was like, it's just like Metalocalypse. I'm like, oh, that's awesome! That's so awesome! Yeah, again, sadly that never came to pass, but, oh man, like, I just remember, like, just how quickly my mood changed about the whole thing. So yeah, context is important. But the way to stop people from decontextualizing things is not to not allow them to film and record these things in the first place. Because frankly, if cruelty, sincere cruelty, is happening in these farms, then I don't trust the PETA to tell me anything. I wouldn't trust the PETA to tell me the sky is blue if I was colorblind. So yeah, the PETA can basically kiss my ass. However, they should have the right to do these things. I mean, yeah, it's you can say things like, well, it's private property or whatever. That's a totally separate issue. Oh, here we are. I don't have to walk through all that stuff. I wish I could find some bloody health. Where's the key? I don't remember. Yeah. The goal cannot be just to... God damn it! The goal cannot be just to... God damn it! The goal can't be just to... There we go, jeez. Can't be just, oh, well, you're not allowed to do that anymore. Because the First Amendment does freaking exist, and these people do have the right to film inside a thing if they think it will help expose some sort of greater wrong. Basically, any law that would restrict what you can do that isn't something like slander, things that we just know cause more harm than good, we can't have that. These people do have the right to go into these things and demonstrate if there is real cruelty. But what we need to do is increase our skepticism, our incredulity, or whatever you want to say. That's what we need. Oi, well, my voice is really sore from all these other takes. This will probably be the one I use. Thank you all for watching. This is King Cool, and please drive home safe.